Okay, this is where we do this swipe right, where we're gonna rate these villains based upon just within the show they were on, you know, just give it a 1 to 10 based upon how you feel about it when you hear the name, which evidently is just a vacuous wind blowing when Carillion hears the name.
Here's the thing. Here's the problem with this rating. You're gonna read these random names and gonna be like, wait, who was that again?
Exactly. You would fail the test all over again if we gave it to you a second time. You'd be like,
Wow.
Andor, Andor,
Andor.
Andor, before I even start saying it.
Okay, hit me.
Statistically, Andor had the least amount of villains of
The
any
reason
of the
I guessed
shows.
it the most.
So, yeah, that's the one you want to trot out the least. All right,
Yeah.
let's start with we'll just do Bad Batch. The Vice Admiral Rampart. He was season 1 mostly, but he was also in a little bit in season 2.
8. Scale of 1
Really?
to 10, 8. Yep.
I gave him a 5. I don't remember much about him.
Okay.
Dr. Roy Semlock.
Um,
I'm
7.
giving him an 8. I was very impressed with him. A 7. Okay. Crosshair as a villain.
10.
Yeah, I'm gonna go an 8 on him. Lieutenant Nolan, and this is when you tossed that crossed you up. This was the guy that was in the Outpost, the villain of the Outpost episode. It was like, you are a piece of Imperial equipment. You could do a much better impersonation of Imperial officer than I can.
He was kind of a mustache twirler. I'll give him I'll give him like a 6.5.
I would give him a 6 because he did such a good job of making you hate his guts.
Yeah.
But he was not an effective villain because there's a guy with a crosshair painted on his face, his nose is a sniper, and you just keep kicking him when he's down until he finally super predictable happens.
Exactly.
It's like even equipment says, do not point the barrel at your own face and pull the trigger. So even if you look at him as equipment, that was bad use of equipment. All right, Palpatine from the Bad Batch.
10.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yeah, why not? A 10. Palpatine's always a 10. And that was great. See, the fact that they got Ian McDermott made it so much better.
That made it so much better, yeah.
All right, Book of Boba Fett.
Mm-hmm.
Book of Boba Fett. How about the Pikes in the Pike Boss? They're a 4 for me.
They're really a 9. I love the Pikes from I just love the Pikes from Clone Wars and all
within
that
the Book of Boba Fett. They didn't do anything, so
they didn't do anything. You're right. No, you're right. I'll back off. I'll say a 7.
Okay, all right. Mok Shaiz was the mayor of
right
of Tatooine Town.
He was the Twi'lek, whatever.
No, he wasn't Twi'lek. He was the elephant eye guy.
Oh, right. That was his assistant I was talking about. Yeah.
He kind of was like got in over his head and then was trying to get out.
Yeah.
Fennec Shan took him out. Yeah.
Right. I would say 5.
I'd say a 5 just because it was cool seeing that type of alien, but as a villain, he didn't do anything. The Major Domo, the Twi'lek guy.
I'll give him a 7.
I give him a 5.5.
Okay.
Kersantin. Now he's an anti-hero and he ended up a hero, but he did try to kill Boba Fett. He was a villain for part of it.
I'll give him a 9.
I'm gonna say 7.5.
Okay.
I like Kersantin overall. He's either hero or a villain.
Same here, yeah.
I just thought they didn't use him quite right. The Hutt twins.
Hutt twins. I'll give it a 7. Give him a 7.
I'm going to 5 again. I just thought the villains were pretty. Again, it's good to see aliens, but the
villains
didn't do
much. Yeah.
Okay, let's do Obi-Wan. The 5th brother.
5.
I'm going to say a 3, and it's nothing against the actor.
No, same here.
It's
underutilized.
Grand Inquisitor. This could be a point of contention amongst people. I don't know.
6.
I got to go with like a 3. And the reason is because Rupert Friend is amazing. Yeah. And I had such high expectations of this being a breakout villain for Star Wars, and I could care less about what they did with the character in there. It's not the actor's fault.
No.
The character design looked off. Everything was off. He did have a little bit of redemption at the end, but by saying, I meant to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, Reva. Obi-Wan's full of controversial characters. 3. Okay, I'm gonna give her a 6 because I hated the character at first,
which
but
is
when I
what
saw
this
the
is the point. Yep.
backstory, yeah, when I saw the
Mhm.
backstory and stuff, I began to understand her a little. And Star Wars is about redemption. They gave her a redemption arc. They just didn't write her very well. But as a villain for what she did in the show, I'll give her just above average, a 6. But I see where you're coming from because
Yeah.
I mean, Darth Vader and Obi-Wan. This is
Darth
treading
Vader
on
and Obi-Wan.
sacrilegious ground
Ooh,
here.
yeah, this is tough. Um,
I
10.
don't think we can say okay, a 10. All right.
I'm
I don't
giving
think
it a
we can
10. I loved
we
everything
can't
they did with the character.
we can't divide it into Anakin and Vader. I think it was all
Right.
Vader.
Yeah.
Um I'm gonna say a 7
Okay.
because the line where he said you didn't kill Anakin Skywalker, I did, was
Hmm.
revolutionary in my
Yeah.
mind. It made up for a lot of terrible things in the series.
Right.
Still didn't quite justify the series existing for me. But again, this was another Vader felt superfluous in a show that should have had something better to do with him. He did have some badass moments, but I didn't like the whole thing of him holding a ship with the Force and being
Hmm.
fooled, like he's holding one ship so the other ship gets away.
Right. Right.
There's just
Some
so
of it was a
many
little stretched.
execution
Yeah.
problems. Yeah. But he's Darth Vader. They didn't shame him,
Right.
and I loved the bits with where Hayden got to do a little bit of something. Okay, so that was Obi-Wan. We did Boba Fett already. We did Bad Batch. Let's do Andor because there's only 3.
Okay.
Avril Skeen.
And tell me which one that is again.
No.
Oh, this is the guy. This is the guy who
You have
tried
to
to
just rate it
turn
based on who you
Andor
think
against
it
the
is.
others, right?
Right, right,
Okay.
right.
I like that character. I thought he was pretty good. I'll give him an 8.
I'm gonna give him a 7.
Okay.
Cyril Karn stays
What does Cyril
stays
Karn do?
crunchy in milk.
Which one was cereal corn?
Cereal Karn. Cyril Karn. Cyril Karn. Just repeat it with different inflections and it'll come to you.
Yeah, and suddenly it'll click.
Cyril Karn.
What was his? What did he do?
Cyril Karn is the clue. Will Carillion get it?
If you tell me what the character did.
He mostly stared straight ahead into the camera, looking like a psychopath. He was the bodyguard. He was the security guard that had the overinflated sense of importance. Not the boss security guard. He was the main younger guy that was trying to follow Andor around, but never could quite get there.
Oh, yeah,
He
yeah, yeah.
lived
The
with
one
his
who started
mom.
out with the
he
big,
was, he was
he tried the ambush at the beginning and all that. Yeah.
right. He was all about justice and order, but then it became more about
I actually liked that. I know he's kind of a polarizing character with a lot of Star Wars fans. I liked it. I'll give him a 7.
within the bounds of Andor as a villain. I'm giving him an 8.
Okay.
Deidre Miro, the ISB female officer.
Yeah. Pretty one dimensional. I'll give her a 6.
I'm going 8 with her as well.
Okay.
I like them. I like them together.
Hmm.
The thing with Andor is all the characters were compelling.
Yeah.
They
True.
did get enough. They did get enough screen time to where they built those up pretty well, though. Okay, now the Mandalorian, the client, Werner Herzog.
10.
I'm gonna go 10 too, just because
Yeah.
ultimately he went out too easily, like because they
Yeah.
wanted Moff Gideon to be the bad guy. But what a great, and also probably Werner Herzog was only there for like a couple of
Yeah.
days shooting or
He
something.
probably only contracted for a couple of days.
His
Yeah.
delivery, his vocal delivery, and everything was terrific.
Yeah. He's phenomenal.
And I love this. I love it when the Imperials try to justify the Empire, and he did a good job of that. Elia Kane, the
captain.
she was like a communications officer on Gideon's
Right on
bridge,
Gideon's
and
ship.
now she's been converted to
Quote unquote
supposedly to the Republic.
rehabilitated. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 9 with her because I'm really, really impressed so far, and I want to see what happens next.
Yeah.
And anyway, the Dark Troopers.
The Dark Troopers, I'll go 8.
I'm gonna say a 7 because they were basically turned into a plot point and just there for a certain character to knock down and show how powerful he was. But the one fight with Mando was really good. The droid in the mines of Mandalore, the one that had the eyeball, it was like a vampire droid, crab droid.
Oh, yeah, that thing. 10.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
go 7.5.
that was really cool.
That was a cool villain. Yeah.
Yeah,
And it was nothing but a one shot, and that's fine.
yeah.
Uh, Valen Hess. This really tripped you up when we were trying to identify the characters earlier. He is the guy played by Richard Branch, I think his name is, who uh the guy from the Believer episode where he's taunting about how they Operation Spark or whatever it was, where they just and Bill Burr's character shoots him. He has that speech about
Oh,
how
yeah.
wonderful these the people don't know it, but they need security. They're gonna want
Oh,
us
I totally
back
remember
and all
that.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was very uh prototypical imperial officer, which I love. I thought
yes,
that
is
was great. So I would go like probably an 8.5 on him.
yeah. I'm gonna say an 8. I long live the prototypical imperial officer, and
Right.
he really he chewed the scenery a little bit, and that's just what that episode needed, and
Yeah.
it was great. Now I have a character written down here called Lang, I think, and
Lang.
even I don't remember who he is in the Mandalorian. I thought I would remember, so I didn't write down anything about any clues. So okay, Lang, you're obviously so memorable that we're gonna give you a 0. But
Lang. I'm
Lang,
actually trying to look it up. Just Lang.
yeah, I think so. The Mandalorian, Lang.
Oh, yeah, that was Corporal Hicks
Oh, um,
from
game
Aliens.
over. Oh, yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, that's right. He was the gunslinger,
Yeah, the
enforcer.
gunslinger on the Ahsoka episode.
Right.
Yeah.
Uh,
I liked him. I'll give him a 9.
I'm gonna say a 6, just not enough done with him. Um, that brings me to Morgan Elspeth, who was the governor
Oh,
of that
yeah. Of that same
city,
episode. Yep. I'll give
played by the daughter of Bruce Lee, granddaughter of Bruce Lee, I think.
right. I would say I'll give her an 8.
I'd say an 8 as well. I hope that's not the
Mhm.
last we've seen in the character. That was a very cool duel. She carried that
Mhm.
off very well. Toro Calican.
Here we go with the made up names again.
Yeah, dude, Han Solo is one of your favorite characters of all time. We live in a universe of made up names.
What's the name again?
Toro Calican. Are you Googling it? You
Yeah. I guess I got to see who it is so I can rate him.
the mystery of Toro Calican. Can you find Toro Calican? Toro Calican.
Oh, yeah. From the you said it was the gunslinger, right? The
Right.
gunslinger episode. Yeah. He
Yeah, from the
was
Tatooine episode with Fennec Shand was really
intensely
the main villain.
annoying.
But
But I kind of think he was supposed to be.
yeah,
I'll give him a 6.5.
I'd say right at a 6. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, for the episode, it was a good illustration of
Hmm.
someone you expected to be a level rogue who was just a despicable rogue.
Right.
The Crate Dragon from Mandalorian, the season 2
10.
opener.
10.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 10.
Yeah.
Also amazing. And now I just wrote him down as pirate guy.
Pirate guy.
Captain Moss of the
Captain.
of the Starship Vines or whatever. Ivy, Captain Ivy of the Starship Vines. The pirates from season 3 of the
It's Gorian
pirate captain
Shard, by the way.
Gorian
Yeah, I had
Shard.
to look it up, but yeah, Gorian Shard. I really like that character actually. I like the voice actor doing it. It has a really unique, cool voice,
That's
and
true.
like the fact that it was a practical effect, I really liked it.
Hmm.
So I'll give that I'll give it an 8.
But none of that changes the fact that he had moss
We had
for a
moss
beard.
for a
He's
beard.
literally out of Davy Jones' locker from Pirates of the
Pirates
Caribbean.
of the Caribbean, yeah.
So I'm gonna go with a 3 on that guy. I just never was
Really, you
sold on
didn't
him.
click with you. Okay.
No, I love the ship. The ship was a very cool
Yeah,
design,
the ship was
kind of
nice.
World War II looking, combined with like some kind of Romulan ship.
Yeah.
But no, and he was dumb on top of everything. It's like, what was he getting out of this whole situation other than just setting himself up to be defeated by the heroes. You know, he
Right.
kept fighting when it made no sense, and he like screamed as he crashed, like he was surprised he was crashing.
Yeah.
It's like you're getting your ass handed to you the whole time, and you don't have the brains to shave your bossy beard, pick up
Exactly.
your ivy leaves, and go back to the garden. All right, that's it. That's all the
Yeah.
villains that
Okay.
are. Mando probably has a lot more episode to episode, but like, you know, we could say like the ice spiders, but
Right. You
you
can
know,
go into creatures
we're
and
getting into
stuff. Yeah.
creatures and stuff that I thought the crate dragon was one that really stood out.
Yeah.